So now we're going to do the second date, March 31, 2014. I'm doing this on a new slide just so we have a fresh slide. So March 31, 2014, sold a computer that was purchased. Okay, so sold a computer that was purchased on January 1, 2011. The computer cost $43,400 and had a useful life of 7 years with no salvage value. The computer was sold for $25,000. Okay, step one. Figure the annual depreciation. So we start with the cost. And in this case, the cost was $43,400, right? We are then going to do less the salvage value. And in this problem, there was no salvage value. So $43,400 minus 0 means that $43,400 is our depreciable cost or depreciable base, okay? Okay, so $43,400. So we take the depreciable cost of $43,400. Spelled that wrong. Okay. So our depreciable cost is $43,400 divided by a useful life of, in this case, they said 7 years, means our annual depreciation for this one is $6,200 per year. Okay, so our annual depreciation is $6,200 per year. So we've got that figured out. Now we're going to go to step 2. Ask, is the depreciation current? Okay, we're going to step 2. Is the depreciation current? And this is where it gets a little bit long to figure this out. So we have to kind of go through a process to figure it out, but we're going to go through that process. Is the depreciation current? So this is where we go from we purchase date, and you would be doing all of this on scratch paper, okay? Purchase date was January 1, 2011 for this item, okay? All right. The disposal date was March 31, 2014. Okay. And we're asking ourselves, is the depreciation current? So you go from the last time depreciation was done to the date of disposal. Okay, so when was the last time depreciation was done? Well, they tell us that depreciation is done at the end of the year. So that would be December 31, the end of the year, okay? Because they have what's called fiscal year. They're not telling us that their year ends at a different date, okay? So we're going to go, depreciation was done on December 31, 2011. 2012, 2013, right? And we haven't got to December 2014 yet, right? So is the depreciation current? No, it's not, because the last time it was done was on December 31, 2013, and we're selling it March 31, 2014. We're disposing it on March 31, 2014. So is there a gap in time? Yes, there is a gap in time. So now we have to figure the depreciation. Now we're going to have to figure the depreciation. And that's a separate process, right? Figuring out the depreciation. So, excuse me. So we are going to take the depreciation amount for the annual depreciation. So this is the formula. Actually, let me write here. I'm going to put figure or bring depreciation current. That's what we're doing. Bring depreciation current. So we're going to take the annual depreciation times the time. Okay. So in this case, we have, and this is going to come out to, the time is going to be annual depreciation times something over 12. Because remember, annual is 12 months, right? And so we have to figure out what that question mark is. That's what we're working for now. So in this case, the annual depreciation is $6,200, I said? $6,200 is $6,200 times something over 12. And so the way we get that something is we do accounting. We count things similar like we do when we're figuring out the interest, okay? So the last time interest was done was December 31, 2013. So we have to do depreciation for all of January 2014, all of February 2014, and we're selling this in March. So all of March 2014, all of March 2014, okay? So that comes to 3/12, 3/12, right? So it becomes 6,200 times 3/12, okay? And actually, I'm going to take this off here. 3/12, okay? So 6,200 times 3/12, and I'm trying to think, 3/12 goes to 0.25, so I'll put that down here, times 0.25 equals 1,550, 1,550, 1,550, okay? So to bring the depreciation current, we need to do an entry for $1,550, okay? So we would be doing this entry on March 31, and I'll label this here, depreciation entry to bring depreciation current. So we are going to debit depreciation expense, 1,550, and we would be doing this on 2014. Okay. Let me make that smaller so we could read it. March 31, 2014. Okay. And we are going to credit accumulated depreciation equipment, 1,550. Okay. So now is the depreciation current? Yes, now the depreciation is current. So now we have to figure out, is the gain a wash or a loss? So we're going to go back over here to the instructions. Now we're at this one. Figure out, is it a gain, wash, or loss? And then do the entry for gain, wash, or loss. That's where we're at now, okay? So I'm going to paste that right here just so we have all the instructions right here. Let's see. Is it a gain, wash, or loss? So we have to start out with, I'm going to move over here. We have to start out with our cost. So our cost in the case of this problem was $43,400, right? Less accumulated depreciation. And to figure out the accumulated depreciation, we're going to go back over here, right? We're going to go back over here. And the accumulated depreciation is going to be $6,200 a year for 2011, 2012, and 2013, plus, oops, we have to do the 1,550, plus the 1,550, okay? So that's the total of the accumulated depreciation. So the total accumulated depreciation is $20,150. $20,150. So 6,200 plus 6,200 plus 6,200 plus 1,550. Okay. So we have 43,400 minus the 20,150. That's going to give us a book value of $23,250. Okay. In this problem, they tell us that we sold it for $25,000. So the proceeds are $25,000. So it tells us that if the proceeds are more than the book value, then we have a gain. So in this case, we do have a gain. The proceeds were $25,000. The book value was $23,250. So our gain is $1,750. Okay, our gain is $1,750. So now we have to do the entry for disposal with a gain. Okay. So we got cash. So we're going to debit cash. Actually, I'm going to move this over here a little bit. So we got cash. And the cash we got was $25,000. So we're going to debit cash, $25,000, right? So we're debiting cash for $25,000. Okay, and let's see, 25,000. And then we are going to debit accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation equipment to clear out that account. And we're doing that for the 20,150. That gets rid of the accumulated depreciation account. 20,150. Okay. We are then going to credit equipment to get rid of that. And the equipment was 43,400. And then we are going to credit gain on disposal of plant asset. And the gain on disposal was 1,750. Okay, so 1,750. So if you're going back to the video to look at this, you're going to want to kind of pause it on each section because you're not going to be able to get this all onto one screen. Okay, so that is for the problem 9B. That's not in the book that I'm adding. That's for the March 31st date.